Hello and welcome to the CottageCutz YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted here on YouTube, and today I'm making a corner tuck card. So I've started with this card base, top folding USA 2, and all I did was just cut a section off of the card front. So I measured 3¼ inch from the bottom edge of the card front and made my cut there. And I'll just line my card base, what's remaining of it, with some pattern papers. So this pink panel here is getting attached to the inside of the card, and some portion of this is now going to be visible since we did cut into our card front. And you can cut your mats and layers to whatever you like, just depending on how much or how little of the card base you want showing. I've cut this to be pretty close to the full card size when it's folded, because I just want a little bit of a white border showing. So that pink paper I've cut to 5 3/8, and the width of it I've cut at 4 1/8. So very, very small margin all the way around. And I have the seam margin for that purple sort of checkered pattern at the top, which was attached to what's left of our card front. So I am crafting today with the latest release from CottageCutz. You can see the two sets I'll be using. One is called Little Flowers, which I love because it does feature several different types of flowers, where the other flowers in this particular release, they are larger, but they feature a single flower in each set. So this one I thought would be nice because scale-wise it works really well for what I have in mind, which is to convert the lemonade stand into a flower market stand. So that little panel that I cut off from the card front, that's what I'm inking onto right now. It measures 4¼ by 3¼ and what we'll do is actually orient this so that it's in the portrait orientation, so that it's taller than it is wide, and this is going to get glued right back onto the card front. And it's going to create this really easy, I wouldn't necessarily call it an interactive card. Maybe it's a fun fold. It's just something a little bit different. And it's called a corner tuck card because you just tuck this particular flap into a corner piece, which we'll add to our card in a bit. And that helps to keep this flap down and secured down. So kind of unique, very fun, and I love that it's asymmetric too. So it's just something a little bit different. For the lemonade stand, I did cut this out of just white paper and then I colored it in afterwards, and instead of filling the lemonade pitcher with lemonade, I'm going to fill it with some flowers. And the dye that would normally be the lemonade, the actual liquid that is in your pitcher, I'm just going to use that as an extra little vase on the side of my market. So right now I'm just assembling my flowers, which I did the same thing where I die cut out of white cardstock and then just colored them in. I feel like sometimes this is easier to work with, especially smaller die cuts like these little flowers, because it can be kind of hard to get your solid color cardstock just right over the part that you want. But you can always do that. You can always just take some scrap solid color cardstock, lay them over the portion of the die that you want to cut in that color, and then just cut that small portion out. Now's probably a good time to mention that if you commented on my previous video from a couple weeks ago, do expand and look at the description box below and see if you won the die set that CottageCutz was giving away. For this video, CottageCutz is kindly giving away the lemonade stand die set. So if you'd like to be in for a chance to win this adorable lemonade stand, then please like this video, leave a comment, and if you want, also subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified whenever new videos get posted. And one special thing to note, that the giveaway contest is for US mailing addresses only. So please do keep in mind when you are commenting, and if you want to comment but not enter, just make a note of that in your comment as well, because we love to get your feedback, and I personally do look at and respond to all of the comments on the videos that I post. So if you want to leave a comment, but you don't want to enter the giveaway, please feel free to do so as well. So all I'm doing here is just trying to come up with a nice little arrangement for my flowers, and I've colored some in pinks and some in purples to match my my card, the papers that I attach to my card base. And when I go to attach this panel, I only want to apply adhesive where this panel will overlap with the top of the card front. That leaves the bottom portion free so that it can still open as you would expect. And because the lemonade stand, it's really awesome because the die does deboss the word lemonade into that top wood plank of the lemonade stand. It's hard to read that on camera because I really quickly scribbled over it and tried to cover it up as much as possible, but it's going to be very, very legible when you see it in person. So all I've done was used my Dymo label to create my own little label for the lemonade stand and convert it into a flower stand. And I also have this really nice sentiment die set. It's called Garden Phrases, and I picked the sentiment Live Life in Full Bloom. And I thought this would be really fun to attach this to the inside of the card. The panel that I'm attaching all of this onto is cut so that it's just a smidge smaller than that panel that the flower market is attached to. I can't remember right now what the exact measurement is, but I want to say it's something on the order of 3 by 4, where that original panel was 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that way, when I go to place this, I want to make sure that it's still hidden when the front of the card is closed, so that it's a little bit of an extra message. And just like a normal card, it's sort of the inside sentiment of your card. And but since some of our the inside of our card will be visible, the trick is to just position it so that it is still hidden by the panel on the front. And then from the leftover scrap that I have just cut a triangle. Well, first I trimmed it down to a square, and then I cut a triangle from my pattern paper. And this is going to be the corner piece that the flap on our card front is going to get tucked into. So I want to make it a little bit more, give it a little bit more structure than just pattern paper. So I've cut the same exact triangle out of just some heavyweight cardstock, and I'm layering that pattern paper right on top. So this gives it a little bit more strength. That way, when you tuck your the flap of your front into this, it it's going to stay strong. It's going to keep it stuck down and it won't tear or lift. To apply it, you just want to put glue along the bottom and the right edge. And that gives you your corner tuck card. And here's the conversion of our lemonade stand into a flower market with a really cool die cut sentiment on the inside. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you like this video, please like, share, and consider subscribing to the CottageCutz YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.